Our webinar would help you to get a clear idea, what exactly is Salesforce, how anyone can build a career in Salesforce. And once we start building a career in Salesforce, how long is that going to last? And how unique would be a Salesforce career when you compare with any other technologies? I mean, why should I opt Salesforce? Isn't it? So these are some general queries which I would like to address from my side, but definitely any query, any question, big or small, any doubt from your end, it's most welcome. We are here to assist you in this area. Okay. Thank you. And let me share my screen. Nikita, I believe I'm not able to share. Just give me a second. Yeah. So can you all view my screen?
So I would request the attendees to just mention in the chat if they can see the presentations. Just a quick yes or no. It's perfect, Harish. Everyone can see the presentation.
Good. Awesome. So the moment you say salesforce.com, yeah, people already, most of them are familiar with the Salesforce. Most of them feel Salesforce is a technology. But to be very honest, Salesforce is not a technology that you're focusing on. It's name of a company, something like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, IBM. Salesforce is name of a company. And this company delivers services in cloud computing area. And out of their services, the main focus is all on the platform which is offered by them and the softwares which they produce. Salesforce gives us a very wonderful platform on which we can build applications. Yeah. And these applications can be used by enterprises. You people might be familiar with something like, what is PhonePe, what's WhatsApp. You people have been using these mobile apps, but these apps are generally meant for individuals, for our social connectivities, for our day-to-day needs and utilities. They don't generate any huge revenue to any enterprises. But Salesforce platform enables us to build enterprise applications. Like, for example, I hope you all are familiar with an application called bookmyshow.com. So bookmyshow.com enables you to book tickets, movie tickets, or any events which are happening in your place and are registered with BookMyShow. You can book tickets there based upon your time, availability, and all multiple factors. Yeah. So they try to bridge between people who are providing the service and giving the service. From our point of view, it is just booking movie tickets, but it doesn't end there, isn't it? When a payment takes place, how is the revenue distributed? When a new theater comes up, when PVR starts up a new screen set of 8 screens in a specific location, how do they get registered with BookMyShow? How many tickets are allotted? Each movie, each time, the number of seats, the number of shows are all completely different. How would they manage it? So just from a customer point of view, you're just booking a ticket. But from BookMyShow point of view, hundreds and hundreds of theaters, their screens, hundreds of seats in each theater, each screen, each show time, all have to be properly managed, revenue to be uniformly distributed across the partners. Even you have cantons in those theaters, you can place the order from BookMyShow itself for your show time. Things, the delivery takes place to your seat. So how come all this is managed? Now, these kind of applications are built on salesforce.com. So this is a very powerful platform. You name a company and that company uses Salesforce. That is their potential today. There's no company that runs without Salesforce services in them. And out of all these enterprise applications, the most powerful enterprise applications, what they run is customer relationship management. And this is the backbone of every business. Like if you say finance is the oxygen of every business, then CRM is the backbone of every business. And what exactly that CRM means? It is generating and retaining customers for a business. And there cannot be any business which says, I don't need customers or I don't want to retain customers. It doesn't happen, isn't it? Every business wants them. So this Salesforce CRM enables all businesses to implement their various strategies to generate customers and implement customers in a fastest way. That is the platform popular for. The Salesforce platform enables us to build CRMs. Now see the beauty of this platform. Hospitals have a different way of building their customers. Their relationship with the customers are completely different. Healthcare works in a different thing. Coming back to banks, the finance sector, their way of dealing with the customers is completely different again. How they generate, how they retain is very simple and different for them. And when you take energy and utilities, it is completely different. How do you expect? Did you ever think Bharat Petroleum would try to retain their customers? We can't even imagine Bharat Petroleum, a fuel supplier company, planning to expand its customer base and serving, which is not at all visible. And all of us have been visiting these fuel bunks, fueling our vehicles and leaving, but so many things actually run behind it. And how about your mobile phone companies? How about Netflix, Prime, and all? All industries have different ways of generating customers and retaining customers. So the beauty of the Salesforce platform is a CRM can be customized for any industry, yeah, and for any kind of service they want to offer. So that's the main essence of what you would be learning or what career one would be establishing on the platform of Salesforce. So if I'm really capable of building these applications, these CRMs, would there be a good demand for me in the market? Yes. There is no business today that runs without Salesforce. I'll just show you one of the instances. Like, how many of you are familiar with these companies that you can view on the screen? You feel very few companies, right? Very few companies. Now, as and how we keep moving down, these are all companies which you are familiar with. Yeah, Pepe Jeans, JSW, Mahindra and Mahindra Automobiles, yeah, Godrej, Tata Click. Now keep clicking, you get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients who are actually using Salesforce. And on this globe, there are nearly 4 million clients who are using Salesforce applications. That is the power with which Salesforce has established itself since 1919. It's nearly been about 23 years now, and Salesforce has predominantly captured the market of CRMs. And one strong proof for that, when you look into it, just go to something called Gartner Magic Quadrant Salesforce. This is like a worldwide survey which is done. Yeah, it's a worldwide survey that is done. And no company, if you check any of these, yeah, you could see these are all the CRM manufacturing companies in the world. This is where Salesforce stands. That's the demand. And when someone says you will get a job in the future, this is where you need to check in something called Gartner Quadrant. How would KFC know which CRM to use? How would Reebok know which CRM to use? They don't belong to IT. They rely on Gartner. When Gartner tells this is the world leader for CRM, they go to Salesforce to build their CRM. And this is where job opportunities come for you guys. So that is why there are plenty and plenty of job opportunities in Salesforce. So this is the biggest benefit advantage which one gets by learning this. and you could clearly see more than 9 million tech jobs worldwide and 1 million jobs in India alone. State Bank of India, Bharat Petroleum, you pick any of these Indian companies, they all use Salesforce. So not only India, globally also every company uses Salesforce. Pizza Hut uses Salesforce. Amazon, your Amazon e-commerce site uses Salesforce for generating and retaining its customers. So everywhere we have these. And now from a novice where I really don't know what Salesforce is, and from a world which needs me as a Salesforce resource, a Salesforce techie guy who would bridge this gap for us, who is going to bridge this gap for us. This gap will be bridged by Manipal. So Manipal, we have come up with a 190 hours Salesforce certification program, which will really make you eligible to work with any of these top MNCs. Yeah, I'll even show you those companies. You can just figure it out. Let the site open up. Like you would see, there is no development company which doesn't build applications on Salesforce. So few of them, yes, it starts from a global level. It's not Indian based market. So it's a global market from UK, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, India, all these companies. But you might be definitely familiar with Deloitte. Yeah, AlgoWorks, Capgemini, Accenture. Yeah, Kelly Austin, so many companies which are familiar, and this, you get a huge list. All these companies are in need of Salesforce developers. All these companies are in need of it. And whatever data I've just shared here, like 1 million jobs across India, that number is neither given by me nor by Manipal. This is Salesforce declared values globally, where they want everyone to be aware of the kind of opportunities it has. And Manipal gives us that bridge in order to enter and explore that world of opportunities. This is the program of 190 hours, what we have, which makes you eligible. Yeah, it makes you eligible for several Salesforce certification programs. And there are different levels in the Salesforce certifications. Yeah. So you could see this is all picked up from Salesforce site. 4.2 million jobs will be created in Salesforce ecosystem. Yeah, third most in-demand technology skill. And you could see these global circles where exactly you have the job opportunities, plenty. Yeah. And what kind of market is expected, how economy will be built up by using it. Offices, locations in India. Salesforce itself has multiple locations of offices in India. It's vast, very big, and it is recognized as the best place to work for over the several years. So the kind of reputation it has is quite wide, but all those doesn't build your career, isn't it? So your career comes up with what actually you would learn and what you would like to do. So these are the multiple career opportunities what you people have. At entry level, you get job opportunities as Salesforce administrators and Salesforce developers. Again, in admin, there are two levels of certifications. Again, for development, there are again couple of certifications what we have. So nearly about 4 certifications would be available for you. We call them as the admin certification, platform developer certification, platform developer 2, that's the next level, and advanced system administrator level. So 4 levels of certification. Content will be trained. You will be given with scenarios using which you people will be able to think like real-time employees who try to build enterprise applications for their client. What is the requirement of my client? How is my service going to benefit them? If my service would not benefit them, why would they hire me? Isn't it? Why would someone pay me $100K. Isn't it not a joke? Why is it in such demand? So all these elements would be covered in the course. So that's split for 190 hours. And one thing we would again like to make it very clear, because whenever we say this, 190 hours, a big misconception also comes here. Does it include our practice also in it? Or just by listening these sessions and just by participating, we all become these developers and administrators? Every day it is expected that you have a well-defined amount of time to practice. By practicing itself, we become better. And Salesforce has its own set of use cases. They support the ecosystem in such a way. They want to build their client services. They want to build the tech teams. They want to give best service to everyone. This is what Salesforce does. So they focus on everything. Salesforce itself offers you so many use cases to understand real world scenarios. And then by gaining the knowledge on resolving them, you become much capable of delivering the services to your clients. And this is where your skill gets recognition and appreciation. So the entire curriculum is designed in such a way that you can understand the needs of a client and fulfill them over the Salesforce platform. The entire training works this way. But why so? I mean, we have some of them might not even have heard much about Salesforce. Some might have heard a couple of things about Salesforce. What makes it so unique? Why is we are paid hundreds of $1,000? Why this? Today's market, you just check out, everyone wants to build their own careers. Some want to become system administrators, database administrators. They want to get into networking, artificial intelligence, big data, mobile programming. The beauty of Salesforce is all this come in one single technology of Salesforce. Artificial intelligence, report building, mobile programming, your user interface development like Bootstrap, AngularJS, Node.js, big data, databases, mobile application development, everything comes here. So you are not just working in one single direction. You get a 360 degrees angle of real world application development of this platform. And that is why clients use Salesforce. And with my experience, I have started learning programming since 1988. I don't know how many of you were born. That is when I wrote my first program on a computer system. It was a very big machine, in fact, but that's when I wrote. And since then, my experience in computers is still growing and going on. From that perspective, if you look and say, instead of learning 10 technologies, you learn one platform, you have a very broad spectrum to work on Salesforce. So that's the benefit what you get. So instead of learning Unix, Linux, Oracle, SQL Server, Java, C#, Python, AngularJS, Hadoop, Power BI, Informatica, your PhoneGap, Swift, Kotlin, Pega, SAP TIBCO, use one Salesforce. It does everything for you. And the difference is, if it takes 3 months to build an application for me on Java, on Salesforce, I can do it in 20 days. That's the difference. In the very first session of your Salesforce, in 15 minutes, you will build a mobile app. And that app not only works on mobile, it works on your desktops, laptops, any smart device. Just in 15 minutes, you will be creating a database, you will be creating a user interface and business logic in it. Everything works in 15 minutes. That's the potential of this platform. That's why, there's plenty of opportunity here. And learning 10 technologies definitely would be difficult, isn't it? Where to start, how to proceed. All these 10 technologies are organized in 15 steps. Step by step, Book My Show is ready. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 12, 14, 15, Amazon e-commerce site is ready. 1 to 15, net banking is ready. 1 to 15, phone pay is ready. There's a sequential way to build them. You can't just randomly put these technologies. So they are assembled properly. So there's a very scientific approach behind it, which makes build applications in a better way, smart way, and serve the world today. So this is the beauty of this technology. This is the opportunity what you people get. You get exposed towards this wonderful platform from where you can build an awesome career. Yeah, we will start a career. Then how long is that going to last? How long is your career going to last in Salesforce? Salesforce is one of the high in demand technology. As you could see from Gartner, there is no nearby competitor who could reach Salesforce. No one nearby. You can see this is Microsoft. Microsoft is hanging somewhere here. SAP is somewhere here. Salesforce is somewhere on top, miles away. There's no one who could really compete with it. So for more than a decade, you are on a better career side. Yeah. And plenty of job opportunities. If you prove your worth, you're paid awesome. A person who starts his career today on Salesforce, who starts his career today on Java, after 3 years, a Java guy would get somewhere around 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs package, whereas a Salesforce guy would be around 33, 35 lakhs package. So almost double the benefit they get because the recognition is such, the skill is such, the benefit what it gives to the client is such. Because it gives more benefit, there are more opportunities. And it is growing in a very smart way so that they build better services in a very simplest way. So that's the beauty of this platform and plenty of opportunities coming up. So since 2018, 48K new jobs have been built for administrators. Administrator jobs are mostly on the client side. We don't find them on the developer side. But development jobs, you find them globally. Yeah. And this is the maximum on-demand jobs we have today. And developer job, do we have to do a lot of coding here? What needs to be done? Understand, to achieve a specific task in Java, if I write 80 lines of code, in C#, I write 85 lines of code, in Python, if I write 65 lines of code, same thing in Salesforce, I achieve it with 20 to 22 lines of code. That's the difference. So the way the entire platform is designed is completely unique and powerful. And our aim here is only building enterprise apps. We don't build gaming apps, Netflix streaming. No, Netflix CRM we will build, not streaming. So Netflix CRM works on Salesforce. So all customer relationship management, so any business uses it. Our aim is to build these. And for these, different clouds are there, like we call them as marketing cloud, sales cloud, service cloud, because these are all used for generating and retaining customers. So these in detail technically we'll be discussing throughout the program. But this was just to give you, a holistic view, an eagle-eye view of what this technology is, where we would head, how long would be the program, what kind of participation is expected from you people. Nikita, have I explained the major elements? Do you want me to focus on anything else?
No, Harish, I think whatever you've explained till now has been very helpful. I, who doesn't understand Salesforce, have a better understanding now because of all the things that you've just explained. But anything in particular, we can ask the attendees to they can shoot their questions in the Q&A, and I'll let you know what they want to know.
Please, thank you. Participants, it's up to you now. Please take it over. Anything, don't hesitate to ask it. Please be very open.
Okay, so Harish, we have one question here. Gaurav is asking how CRM is helpful to business and customers. He is asking for a real life example, if you can explain that.
Perfect. Like how CRM is helpful. You take a hospital. CRM in the sense, first understanding is, generally what we understand is, I am trying to establish relationship with the customer, which is 100% wrong. CRM journey starts from generating and retaining a customer. So the business has to first generate a customer. Now, suppose you take KFC, a new place, some new area, KFC franchise starts there. How would the first customer come? They do some kind of marketing there. Through that marketing, they generate sales. And by giving proper service, they try to retain that customer. So it is not just maintaining relationship with customer, though the word looks customer relationship management. It is not from customer point of view, it's from the business point of view on how to generate and retain a customer. Same way, you go to a bank wants multiple people to have accounts with them. Then what kind of people do they focus on? So let's take ICICI Bank. Now ICICI Bank tries to collaborate with TCS and Wipro. For what? So that all the employees of TCS and Wipro Tech Mahindra would have their salary accounts with ICICI. So how does ICICI make sure they give proper service to all the employees of TCS, Wipro, Capgemini, all these companies, so that they don't leave them? So this way, identifying new clients and establishing a long-term relationship with them. So every business needs it. You go to Shopper Stop, you go to Lifestyle, how are they generating customers? Just by window shopping, we don't become customers, right? So they try to change the prices. They say we are giving you a discount offer. They say we give you something free. So this starts the journey of a customer. They come to visit, they see what's available, then they buy, then they get a better price. They say we give you some points. If you get 200 points, next time you shop, you can redeem them for 200 rupees. So you motivate to buy another 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000. So what are they doing tactically? Generating and retaining. So you're saying next time when you buy from us, you will get a redemption of 500. So you're making sure they come back to you next time. This time they'll not give you the discount. I'm sorry. Yeah. So this is how the generation and retaining of customer works for every business. Yeah. Gaurav, I hope I'm clear.
Yeah. Gaurav is, it's clear to him, Harish. So I think continuing on the question that he asked, you just explained us how it is helpful to the business. Coming to the customer point of view, I think for customers, does seamless experience is one of the benefits that they get if the business they are interacting with is using a CRM?
Perfect. See, I get a message before my birthday or before my anniversary from Shopper Stop saying, you have a 20% discount on your birthday or anniversary. You are an esteemed customer.
Yeah.
So now as a customer, I'm getting 20% benefit. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got it. So now as a customer, because they treat me in a special way, I get that benefit. So customer also feels better. Like, yeah, it appears as if every customer is treated with great care and attention. So they feel I am a very valuable customer for them. So they tend to continue relationship with the business. So
right.
that's how it works. Yeah.
Okay. So requesting all other attendees to keep shooting their questions in the Q&A. Meanwhile, Harish, I have a question for you. So you did give us examples about hospitals using CRM, or you gave examples of Netflix, Book My Show. So if someone someone gets a training into Salesforce, that person will not be restricted to a particular industry.
Not at all. See, it works something like this. If someone says, I'm a civil engineer and I can construct buildings. Now, will that person say, will you build hospitals or hotels or schools?
Yeah.
So whatever is your requirement, yes, we have specialization in certain areas. There are certain guidelines. If I'm constructing a hospital, there are certain guidelines. If I'm constructing a hotel, there are certain guidelines. If I'm constructing an educational institution, there are certain guidelines. Based on that, we do, but my core engineering is always the same, isn't it?
Right.
So the key CRM skeleton will be same for all industries, but with proper rules, regulations, and other dynamics which are considered in that business. So those definitely, yeah.
So that way, I think everyone has the option to choose where they would like to work
And
after they are done.
no, technically they're capable of building the apps. It's up to the client, which company we work and what project comes. Now, it doesn't mean today I'm working for healthcare. After a couple of years, still I'll be working in healthcare. No, it could be in a finance sector. So I'll again
Yeah.
be doing a CRM for a finance company, or it could be for an automobile company. I'm doing it for Mahindra and Mahindra. The skeleton system would be same with certain, dynamics around the rules, regulations, and industry specifications.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for answering that, Harish. I think that would have also helped the attendees in understanding where they can go. So another question that we have here is that you did show us the kind of roles that one can get when they get into Salesforce, like Salesforce administrator, Salesforce analyst, and Salesforce architect. So what is the kind of career progression or the timeline that one can see after they enter into the Salesforce domain? How quickly can they progress into the next role?
See, if something is like a qualification, when I say I'm a +2 guy and I want to do my BTech or BE, then we would say, yeah, it's a 4 years program which you join a reputed university and you complete it. This is not qualification. This is a skill.
Right.
Skill can be mastered by individual with their amount of effort and focus what they do. So there is no restricted time, like at least you should work for 2 years or 3 years and then you move ahead. No. How would someone say, if you want to learn a car, how long would it take? I have seen people learning car in 1.5 hours. I've seen people who took months together to learn it because it's a skill. Now, coming back to our element, the progression is something like this: admin, developer, then it goes to architect. Architect is the superior position in Salesforce. Guides implementation of the entire project, like which technology should fit in out of these 10 technologies seamlessly. How do you connect them? That is architect's job. When I start my career as a developer, because in India, this is what we consider as. We don't consider people starting careers as admin. They only get certified as admin and then go with PD1 certification, platform developer, and their job starts as developers in India. And from a developer to a stage of architect, which is the highly paid position in Salesforce, at least it takes about 4.5 to 5-6 years, we can say, because it is expected we implement at least 3 projects. One knows, okay, 3 projects, these were the challenges, these were the requirements, this was a successful implementation, this was with a trial and error mechanism of implementation, how do we fix it? Then it works around all these, and now we become very clear of challenge, its solution. So 3 projects to 4 projects. So from 4 to 6 years, 4.5 to 6 years of span is a very good, it's an ideal period what you can expect.
Okay. Yeah, but I think the amount of learning that one would have while they're working on the 3-4 projects that they are supposed to do, that would be immense. And you already talked about the kind of growth that one can expect as compared to any other technology.
See, the technology is so powerful that it gives benefits to the client. And our growth depends on how much benefit we give to the client. So this is where it is faster. Java architect takes about 10 to 12 years. Salesforce architect is 4 to 6 years. So we can't say it like exact 4 or exact 6, but average scale, isn't it? Exceptional cases are there. We have seen people becoming architects in 3.5 years also.
Right. Yeah.
So those are exceptions. We don't want to put in exceptions. So let's go with an average case scenario.
Yeah. So it all depends on how much the person is willing to dedicate themselves.
See, MBBS is 4.5 years, but how much you pay to a doctor is purely upon the doctor.
Right.
It's same. It's same here. Our skill and its recognition.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the benefit does is we give you the required guidance to reach there. We give you the essential content to reach there. We expect the effort from our guys. This is what we, yeah. Yeah, please, you were about to ask something.
Yeah, so I think continuing from what you mentioned, that we are providing them the guidance, we have another question where the person wants to know that how will the certification that we are providing at Manipal, how is the Salesforce Cloud certification going to help them? How is it different from the other certifications that are available in the market?
See, Salesforce certification implies you have already practiced on this platform. You have an exposure of implementing it. When you do it from somewhere outside, who has tracked your day-to-day progress? When someone wants to hire you, I mean, this is not like my engineering or my graduation certificate, which says I'm 70%, 80%. No. Here it is evident. Along with the certification, they also look into the roadmap. When this person has started the training and by the time they have ended, what has been their path, how they have grown on this path. This is what Manipal makes the difference. Salesforce gives tutorials. Online to Salesforce has an official website called trailhead.com. But who would take you through that journey for the next 2 weeks, 2.5 months? There should be a mentor who would take you milestones to properly implement it. And the end of it, the complete knowledge what you have should seem beneficial for your hiring company also, isn't it? So this is where our expertise comes into the picture. So this is where certification from us and doing it from elsewhere is completely different. It's something like, you see so many quotes coming up these days on WhatsApp. Success is not a point, it's a journey. So certification is not a point, it's a journey. So if that is clear, your recognition in the company is completely different.
Right. I think it would be clear to attendees why they should actually opt for the certifications from Manipal Global Skills Academy, and how we will be hand-holding them throughout the journey and would be helping them advance in their careers as a Salesforce professional.
Yeah. See, this is now like with Manipal and Salesforce, what we are discussing it, but I've done the same for embedded systems also. And and other technologies like TIBCO and all, anywhere when from a campus, let it be a real college campus or a training campus from where, job opportunities are given, there is very little in the interview actually. It is the entire journey which is measured. So this is where a certified training program makes a difference to your career. So the company which wants to hire you is not actually looking you on the day of interview. It's day one of your journey where they're counting on you. So that makes a lot of difference in the way you are groomed and you are performing as well. So both make a lot of difference.
Right. So yeah, as you said, from both the sides it matters, from who is training them to what they are ready to put into the training.
Definitely.
So attendees, I would request you, if you have any more questions, please shoot them in the Q&A. Any questions that you have related to the careers one you can expect in Salesforce, the kind of training that you will go through, any other doubts that you have in terms of understanding about Salesforce, please share it, and we have Harish here to answer all your doubts. So while we wait for people to shoot in more questions, Harish, could you let us know what kind of global opportunities can one look at when they opt for Salesforce?
These are the global opportunities what we have. Northern America, entire Europe, Middle East is also there now, and again coming to Australia, New Zealand, and the southeast part. Everywhere, the thing is, businesses change the way they operate, but the way technical people do their work, that doesn't change. A Java programmer, whether he's in US or India, writes the code in same way. That doesn't change. Same way, the technical skill what we acquire for Salesforce here, that will be globally recognized, and there are multiple opportunities coming up. And you people also can definitely think in one line. I mean, we all are familiar with LinkedIn. Initially, LinkedIn was something. Now, why would someone, working would have a network? But now things have come up. Everyone are connected over LinkedIn. Now, same way, there are so many companies coming up. They are willing, loving to hire freelancers. Why don't you choose your potential to serve 3 hours a day for us? That's all. We don't want you to be a full-time employee with us. You do your regular job. Your expertise share only with me for 3 hours. This way, a company from Canada could reach you, a company from Australia could reach you, Middle East can reach you. So your potential is now, available for multiple channels. So your career starts as a normal thing, but as and how you keep growing, it branches into multiple ways. And this is how the market is grooming now. Any skill which we acquire and has potential is appreciated globally. No boundaries, no rules. And COVID made it even more simpler. Earlier, so many restrictions. How could you work from home for 1 week? We can't trust. Now it is very simple. Everyone knows you can work from anywhere, still contribute to the success of your business. So opportunities are globally available and recognized.
So yeah, I think anyone who's opting for Salesforce, they would be looking at a lot of global opportunities coming their way, and wherever they wish to, they can actually go.
See, I personally run another development company apart from being associated with Manipal purely on Salesforce. I have been associated with Salesforce since 2011. You'll not believe me, I never marketed my business. Opportunities keep coming when we show them that we have potential.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people say, should I be a BTech guy or an MBA guy who would be eligible? We have trained physiotherapy people on Salesforce and they're working as Salesforce developers in US. So no prerequisite required, no rocket science involved. You learn it in the right way, launch your career. That's how it works. And over the years, so many people have learned from me. So many have their own software companies today. So this is, that's how the technology has evolved. Opportunities are plenty. You have to dedicate yourself.
Right. So if people who are here will be joining our programs, they will have the best of the trainers who, like you, who've already trained multiple people on the Salesforce platform from multiple disciplines. So
yeah. See, the beauty what we have is one thing we can definitely challenge. No matter where we train Salesforce, we say we are the best in the world. No one can teach Salesforce better than us. We have been appreciated by Mark Benioff. He's the CEO of Salesforce. So that's the clarity what we have on our teaching principles. It's not just, delivering blah, 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 blah content. It doesn't work that way. How the technology has to be, injected into the concept and how it brings out a solution. There's a way to do it. So that's our beauty of training. So anyone from any background doesn't matter at all.
Okay. So I think that
to practice for some time each day, that will groom them.
Right. So that answers another question that we just have, where Gaurav Bhagel is asking, does Salesforce requires computer background?
No, why? Not at all. Physiotherapy, civil engineering, EEE, MBA.
Yeah.
Nothing. No prerequisite at all.
Okay. So I think, Gaurav, we hope we've answered your question. So now, in the interest of time, we'll actually close the Q&A session, and all those who have questions regarding the Salesforce certification that we have from Manipal, don't worry, our counselors will get back to you right after. We'll be sending you emails, and they will connect with you to answer all your queries that you have. We had a lot of questions where people were asking the duration of the program. So the duration would be 2.5 months, 190 hours. That is the training that you are looking at. And all the other questions that you have with regards to the fees, the structure of the program, we will answer all your queries. Just wait for our mails after this webinar and everything will be answered. And anything that you have in particular with regards to Salesforce and you would like to get the answer from Mr. Harish, please write to us and we will get you those answers as well.
Anytime.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Harish, for joining us today and for answering all the questions and for explaining Salesforce in such an easy language with so many examples that I think pretty much everyone would have understood everything about Salesforce and why they need to opt for Salesforce as their next career options.
Thank you very much, Nikita, in fact, for inviting me, and good luck for everyone. Yeah, take care.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Please keep an eye on your emails and we will get back to you with all the details about our programs. Thank you. Thank you for joining in.